Hi everyone, good evening. Rajni here. Some of my friends on my group wanted to have a little bit about time management. While I'm not, certainly by no means I'm an expert on time management, and I'm all over the place and most of my things are scattered, but I try to do my bit. And if you think that whatever I do, it can be of value or it can help you improve, I'll be more than glad. So here are my 2 cents. Accept or discard depending upon how you like it. Okay, so here it is. When I was working with the corporate world, this is way back 2002. I was working with HDFC Standard Life Insurance. There we went for a training, and there the trainer taught us a particular format. In fact, it's available in books also, but this is where I learned, and I've been following this since then. Now of course I don't follow it on paper. Initially I used to, but now I can kind of make sense of it mentally, so I'll just simply share with you. Now this grid, I'm sure many of you must be already aware, but it really works, so I'll just share with you. It says urgent, not urgent, important, not important. So all of our activities fall in the 4 quadrants. This is what I had learned at that training program. And little did I know at that time that when I'm going to be the mother of, a proud mother of an autistic child, that I'm going to need this and it will come in handy. So anyway, I learned it then, I'm using it now. So anything that's urgent as well as important, okay, that means fire lagi hui hai kahin pe, that has to be handled this very minute, like this very minute. Something like, you know, you're meeting, you are going to have to meet a deadline, and you have taken some money for it or something. So that project is urgent and it's important. It's important for you, but it's also urgent. It needs to be taken up this very minute, immediately, seriously. Okay, then this is not urgent and important. Important but not urgent. Like you have a friend, like in Bhuvna's case, I completely forgot about the book that I had to send her. But since she is such a sweet human being and she said that don't worry, take your time. So it was important for me. I had to send her the book, but it wasn't urgent. So I could kind of relegate it a day or two, that okay fine, right now ye yahan pe jo fire lagi hai, ye areas ko main settle kar lu. Okay, and then I rushed to this side. Then the next one, which is not important and urgent. Okay, it's urgent but it's not so important after all. So then you have to use your discretion. Okay, but it's urgent, so you have to just get done with it and get over with it. My kid calling me from home and saying, when you reach home, if you don't bring me that ice cream which you promised 3 days ago, like my younger one, don't come back home. So then it is not important, but it's urgent for my peace of mind. It needs to be done. I need to carry that ice cream so that I can sit and work. Also because I failed. I promised him something, I forgot. When especially it comes to an autistic kid, I am steadfast like a rock. If I promise something, I won't forget. But with a neurotypical, I'm a very discriminatory person. And then, koi baat nahi, karte types. So then urgent but not important. Then not urgent, not important. You know what needs to be done with that. Somebody called up, somebody says, you know what, so and so was saying this about you. Not urgent, not important. So yeah, thank you. That desire to, really, she said this, he said that, let me get back to them. Let me at least find out why this happened. Okay, I won't get back to them, but I need to know who started this. Now a major chunk of your time is going into, I need to know what happened. I don't need to know. That's okay. She has a brain, I have a brain. She has a body, she's independent of processing information. Now she has a choice to process information that says, oh my God, this one is a demon. Because you only have those many working hours in the day. And something that I learned early on, very early on, even before started working, but a very profound statement that is for your higher priority, you will have to sacrifice a lower priority. Okay, so every time in life for a higher priority, you will have to sacrifice a lower priority. The difference between successful and unsuccessful people is those who can differentiate correctly between a higher and a lower priority. Sometimes the difference between the higher and the lower priority is as less as a nanocentimeter. Maybe sometimes between your kid and your husband, the husband will have to be the minor priority. You will have to sacrifice that time to give to the kid, considering the fact that it may not be urgent right now, but over a period of time it's going to be important. It's important. You need to take care of this aspect like this very minute. And if you don't take care of it now, tomorrow it's going to stand in your face like urgent and important. So you might just have to turn back and tell him that, I'm sorry, I promised that we'll go there, but I can't because this is on plate. Again, please don't misunderstand me that I want you to break up your homes, to get unhappy, to get dissatisfied, to every time close the door on your husband and say, I'm not available because I have to work with the kid. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that this chart you need to understand how to handle properly. Okay, handling this is very easy. This is the easiest, which is, no, this one over here, sorry, this one over here is the easiest. It's not urgent, it's not important, chuck it, I don't care. Again, but even in this one, you have to learn to stand up for yourself, because if a friend calls up and she's talking for like next half an hour, it's so difficult to turn around and tell her that, listen, I have work. Yeah, but it's not urgent, it's not important. But what you are putting at stake because of this phone call was both urgent and important. And then later on you're cribbing, you know what, uska call aa gaya, वो छोड़ ही नहीं रही बातें करनी उधर, वो मैं सोच रही हूँ वो निकल जाएगा, भाई हुआ वो निकल गया. So you sacrifice something that was urgent and important for something which was neither urgent nor important, just because you couldn't stand up for yourself. So many a times this problem makes it difficult for time management. Another thing I learned about time management was have faith in yourself. I just did a little dance program at Sriji Heights, the Ganesh Utsav program. So everybody said, okay, put your names. I always wanted to dance as a kid, but I had no time, and I've just been busy ever since a kid, a bad time manager. But anyway, so then I said, okay, I will dance. So I gave my name. Until the last day, I have not been practicing, because somewhere my head subconsciously, because of my skills of managing it, I knew I can handle this. Okay, I can handle this in the last minute. I can probably wake up one morning early and practice little bit, and I can handle this. I'll pull it on. So in this grid, it did not fall anywhere in the urgent and important category. It fell in the important but not urgent category. Okay, and so I could, what I did was, for the placards, I told my team, please create those placards, I need them. So I did not invest my time there, and I woke up little early, like 4:30 in the morning, to practice a few steps just on the day of the program, and it turned out well. So the point here is important but not urgent. Okay, so it was important for me. You can't make a fool out of yourself when you're on the stage, but it wasn't urgent because there was a inherent faith that I'll be able to pull on. So this is what I want to say. The next point, have confidence in yourself. The first time I did the video, I was very scared. I thought how much flack you will get. Someone will say, you think you're an expert, you're sitting in front of camera and you're delivering a discourse. And then I thought, okay, the one thing is this, and the second is, I know I mean sense. I know I can impact lives, because I worked through it. I worked my way through it over the decade. I know I can be helpful. So connect with yourself, have that confidence, because when you have the confidence, then if I was not having the confidence, I would have put it in urgent and important. So delegating 5 things or keeping 5 things at bay, I cannot do these things because I have to practice for the dance that I have to go there. Yeah, because it would have been urgent and important. But because of that inner faith and belief that kar lenge na, ho jayega, I will handle. So it moved from here to here, giving me space to do things which I can do over here. Similarly, right now, the language therapy class that is happening so wonderfully, and the educators are doing it so wonderfully. and the parent is also involved. I pulled myself out so that I can make this message, because to me this message at this moment is both urgent and important, because there are lots of parents who will get lots of ideas from whatever I'm saying. I'm not saying just take everything lying down, but you will have a lot of ideas around it. So from that perspective, it is urgent and important. So I'm not saying, okay, I'll do it when I get time, I'll do it tomorrow. So that's how, when lots of you ask me, how do you manage in between everything and you're answering a message on the audio? Because at that moment my inside says this is urgent and this is important. Do it because somebody is waiting for an answer, basis which they will create their own structure and they will help their child. And so I pull out those 5 minutes, even if it means I'm in the toilet, then I'll stay back in the toilet 5 more minutes. Finish that, rush back. Okay, because so again, the matter of priority, and please, neither urgent nor important. First thing, you list down these things and then tick them off. Okay, one time my better half, my husband, he says, everybody is going to imagine and assume that you are the most Vela person on earth because you are all the time on WhatsApp. So I said, yeah, you're right. But deep down I thought, it is in alignment with the purpose of my life, which is to spread the awareness. So when there is someone who particularly comes up with a query and I need to answer that because the person is saying this, my kid just did this, I don't know how to handle this. And then if the answer goes right there in the heat of the moment and the person is also thinking and adding two things, maybe, just maybe, we are coming up with a solution to that person's problem. Okay, so it is urgent and important to me. Now, what somebody might think about me, that I'm Vela or I have no time, that thought falls in this category. It is neither urgent nor important. So, to entertain that thought, I will not work here. So, my point ultimately, like when you guys say that how do you time manage or how do we time manage? Not that I'm the best of time manager. I think I'm not even in the last 25%, but I try. So the thing to do is keep these principles in mind. Anything that's really urgent and it's important, strike it off immediately. Don't wait. Anything that's important, it may not be urgent, but please put it on your agenda because it is not urgent today. You leave it for 5 days, becomes urgent. Okay. Anything that's urgent but is not important, yeah, even that one, just get over with it. No, if it's urgent, my kid says घर आने के time पे ice cream चाहिए, like the younger one whom I've spoiled out of choice, and I'm going to correct that. But since it's not, I don't need to be so structured with him, thank God for kind mercies. So I know he will not let me work, so घर आने के पहले ice cream चाहिए, तो हाँ ठीक है. So that's urgent, so I'll pick it up so that it's urgent, it's not important, नहीं भी लाओगे तो चलेगा, but उसके लिए आधा घंटा उससे झगड़ा करके उसको कन्विंस करना पड़ेगा, तो वो आधा घंटा जो मैं अपने बड़े वाले के साथ काम कर सकती हूँ, उसके 10th की प्रेपरेशन करती हूँ, वो रह जाएगा. Okay, so you have to use your brains accordingly and prioritize. Neither urgent nor important. Television, serials, Saas Bahu, Big Boss, for Christ's sake. Unless you are a psychologist who's trying to understand human dynamics, who's trying to say, when a transactional analysis of such sort happens, this is the kind of response it is going to generate. So in my awareness of this, when I'm going to deal with people, I'm going to be careful about this. Then of course it is urgent and important because it is associated to your work. For all those जो वहाँ बैठ के मजे ले रहे हैं वो प्रोग्राम में झगड़ा देख के कि कैसे किसने किसके बाल नोचे, it falls in the 4th category. And lastly, it's already 14 minutes I've been talking. My God, how much I talk. Lastly, meditation is both urgent and important every day. Period. Every single day. So whether you wake up early in the morning, you find time in the afternoon, you kick your kids out of the house because it is what is going to activate your chakra here, and it is going to help you. Your intuitive chakra is going to be activated. It's going to help you have better decisions. It's going to help you connect. It's going to activate your heart chakra. You'll have more confidence on yourself. It's going to activate your crown. You are going to connect better with the angelic support. Many a times, delegate things to angelic support. I got so late, I forgot to pick up the books I had to pick up from the photocopier. So I will then delegate it to Archangel Michael and my son and say, Jay, go to that shop, find out Mama gave that books, just ask them. But if I'm not, this chakra is not open and I'm not trusting enough, then I'm not able to do it, not delegate it. Whereas then what happens is, and it happens with all of us, लिफ्ट में लेके जाना है, नहीं मैं खुद छोड़ के आऊंगी, क्यों? थोड़ा सा डेलीगेट करो, थोड़ा सा उसको ट्रस्ट करो आउटसाइड सोर्सेज को. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी इन कंट्रोल ऑफ योर सेल्फ. मेडिटेशन इज द आंसर. अदरवाइज इसके अंदर हम उलझ के रह जाएंगे. इसको अगर हमने अपने एक्टिविटीज को यहाँ ढंग से नहीं डाला तो बॉस, वन थिंग इज फॉर श्योर, यू कांट मैनेज योर टाइम. On that note, thank you so much. I'm at 15 minutes. I can't believe this. Bye.